Nope.
Yeah.
Do I get to pick up filter here too? I don't want the subtle filter.
We're getting set up on all the platforms.
Okay, we're live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
All right.
And now we
wait for the people.
Wait for the people to come. I'm sorry, this is not live. Look. Go live.
So who came on last? There were some SLPs on Instagram
last time. On Instagram, because I didn't actually do all of it. We had some SLPs come on the live. I wonder if I can open up. Here we are, 3 o'clock on a Tuesday. We're out here doing voice therapy for the people. Okay. If you join and it's boring, fast forward if you're watching this later.
Right.
Because we do this for 30 minutes and then, wait for people to hop on so that we can have conversations while people are watching.
Facebook. Hello.
Hi, who's joining on Facebook?
We're just waiting for others. Always feel free to ask us any questions when you hop on.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're playing it after, then ask us in the comments.
Yep.
I'll get back to them later.
So this is our third live, and our focus is transgender voice. We're hoping to get more and more people joining these lives so that we can actually hop on screen with anyone that wants to test things out with their voice. If you're an SLP joining and you do voice therapy, whether it's transgender voice therapy or not, voice therapy is the main subject here. But I'm Tina. I'm a speech therapist. My business is the voice stylist, and Selena is interning with me this summer. So we're using these lives as an opportunity for her to learn, and also an opportunity to make this work accessible to people that maybe, otherwise can't afford to pay, or, just have a quick question and they want to talk to a clinician. Wellness group SLP joined. Hello. So usually we're sort of treating these as if they were like a telepractice session. So if we were working with someone, we would start by just following up with how they're doing. How are you? How's your voice? How are you doing, Selena?
I'm good.
How's your voice?
It is good. I didn't drink as much water as I could have in Mexico, so I'm a little behind on the rehydration.
Tell us about an experience you've had that reminds you why you do what you do. Wow, Pamela Eberhard is asking a really deep question.
Tell us about it.
Thanks a lot, Pam. I went to high school with Pam. She's challenging.
Challenge.
That's a great question. Why do I do what I do, like specifically transgender voice therapy or just speech therapy in general? My journey to speech therapy was not inspirational.
No?
No. My mother was a preschool teacher for Head Start for 10 years. And so during the summers, when they would do like summer school, she would take me, and actually all the time, every opportunity she had, she would take me to volunteer in her class. Because she thought that I was really good with children, but she always She didn't want me to be a teacher per se. She saw that I had skills with kids, but interjected her opinion in my life. I don't know. And was like, don't be a teacher, but you're good with kids, so let's figure out something.
Yeah.
And then there was a woman that would come and, as people describe it, plays with the kids. And she was called a speech therapist. And well,
here we are.
Here we are. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. And then I just, more specifically, I really like voice therapy because I think it's very, like, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? I feel like it's like a really elusive part of our field.
Yeah.
Like, we don't learn a ton about it.
Yeah.
We don't get enough of it. And I also like that you can collect really hard data with voice therapy. Like, we've got the technology to measure like fundamental frequency and spectrograms and all that stuff. So I think that's kind of cool.
That's really what attracted me to it too, is kind of the elusive part of it. And then also, super limited as far as our classes. I took one class in it and that's it. And
yeah. Oops. Something happened. Did I flip? Sorry. Yeah, so that's why I kind of got into voice therapy. What attracted you to transgender voice therapy? One time he was someone's life change. Oh, wow. Tell us a time. Okay, wait, let's ask why transgender voice therapy for you, and then I'll tell a story.
I think it's because it's fairly new in our field, and that was the main part of it, that I had basically no background information at all, no experience, so it just really attracted me to learn more about it, just because of how limited resources are out there in general. So I just wanted to kind of get from the ground up you, as I know is like one of the only people working in this field. So
yeah. So Pam, one time where I witnessed someone's life change by voice therapy was I had a client, and we worked together every week for 3 months. And by the end of our 3 months together, she told me that every time she got on the phone that she was gendered correctly. She was called ma'am. And she made a comment like, my life goal was to get called ma'am on the phone. And now I've achieved my life goal, so now I have to think of a new life goal. I just thought that was so funny. But it was funny the way she presented that little story to me. But yeah, like, I wanted to cry when she said that. Like, that's so cool that she came in kind of apprehensive, like, I don't know if this is going to work. I've tried all these other things online. And then she found me and we did a consultation, and then she decided to, dive in and do the work. And she was really dedicated. She always took notes. She always practiced. She would send me voice samples midweek, and I'd give her feedback, and we'd hop on Skype once a week. And by about 6 or 8 weeks in, the shift in her voice really started to happen. It started to settle in. And every time I'd ask her, I'd be like, did you get ma'am? Did you get ma'am on the phone? And she was always, like, yeah, here and there. Then we started to track it more and more. And then she was like, I'm getting gendered correctly all the time, which is huge. That's a huge deal. I would love to go one day, speak as feminine as you two girls. I'm trying to figure out. Well, if you ever would like to, you can hop on with us on any of these platforms, because we're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. But I think the first thing to start with always is looking at your vocal hygiene. You want to make sure that you're using your voice safely, you're super well hydrated, and just generally not overusing or misusing your voice. Because if you're dealing with a voice that's really hoarse or raspy or overly breathy, or you have, a tendency to talk too much, too loud for too long, you could end up with nodules, which kind of makes you sound a little bit like this. That's not good. So we want, at baseline, your vocal cords to be really healthy. Okay, so start with your vocal health. Drink a lot of water. because hydration is systemic. Hydration? Hydration is systemic. I'm a speech therapist. Hydration is systemic. You need to drink a lot of water for it to go through your body and then eventually get into the little membranes here to stay hydrated. Just some general tips. Just using a soft voice. Don't whisper, but don't be loud. Easy onsets when you speak. Don't like slam your vocal cords together to get a really loud voice like that. What else? What are some other vocal hygiene tips that you have?
Be cautious of the things you're eating, such as like spicy foods.
And why? What do spicy foods have to do with voice?
I mean, drying, right? Is that what you're saying?
That's caffeine.
No, caffeine will dry. Yeah. What is this?
Caffeine and alcohol will dehydrate your vocal cords. You want to avoid spicy foods if you have a like gastroesophageal issue, because if it causes heartburn, GERD, and then it gets up to your vocal cords, and that's happening over and over again, it can be very damaging. So start with vocal health. And then the next thing I'd say is you want to work on your resonance, which is a big one. Do you want to go live with us? Bululu, the voice SLP. Hello.
We have people on YouTube too.
Hello. Brian Hutchinson, 2350. We can go live if you want, or you can keep asking questions if you have resonance questions. So with resonance, what is this about? We're just talking about transgender voice therapy and encouraging people to ask questions. And we put this up on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and just encourage people to ask questions. If anyone wants to go live who wants like a sample of voice therapy, just to make it accessible. That's what we're doing. Oh, thanks. Do you do voice therapy? I would just feel a bit nervous going live with you two girls. I'm no good at this and I have to find a starting point too. Sure. So what I want you to do, Brian, what I want you to try is fun. What I want you to try, and just type your feedback as you're trying it. What I want you to try is I want you to put your fingertips up here on your face, okay? Well, before you do that, I want you to say something. I want you to say, I'm really thirsty. I don't know. I'm bad at coming up with sentences. Say a sentence, and I want you to feel where your voice reverberates in your body. Like, where do you get the most vibrations? And then type it in the comments and let us know. And then we'll keep going. Where are you going to school, Balulu? Also, what's your name? Hi, Heather. Heather joined last time.
Oh, hi, Heather.
She is also an SLP.
Oh, nice. Heather is gross.
Oh, that's funny.
I thought that was her last, like, is gross, but could be.
That's really funny. That's a clever name. Moravian College, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Cool. How far are you in your journey to being an SLP? Famous Heather Gross. I love it. I think
awesome.
I think it's hilarious. Okay,
One
so
month
that might
in.
sound
Ooh, girl, you got a lot.
Okay, love it. All right, so this might sound weird, but I think it's in the middle of my throat. No, that's perfect. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your fingertips up here, and I want you to hum, and I want you to think about sitting upright, get a lot of really good breath going. I want you to sit upright, put your fingertips up here, and then I just want you to hum and see how much buzz you can get to like the front of your face. Thinking about like it's coming out the top of my head. It's not really going to come out the top of your head, but thinking about it like that. So, where do you feel it? On your lips? feel it on the top of my palate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So try that. And then from there, I want you to go, So it's like if you were listening to me talk and you're just listening and gonna agree and go, oh, that's interesting. Like it's a very natural thing that you already do, but thinking about really subtly and gently inflecting up and then try to hum on that slightly higher note that you end on. So, and you kind of can't help but notice that the whole body wants to elevate and pick up. So, like, go with that. Let that happen. Sit upright. Give yourself a little breathe. And then you can go from the M, which is a very nasal resonance, to like a Z. Last time I hopped on, someone hopped on with us and had some really awesome strategies for getting oral resonance. And I told you about this, where it's the Z. So you want to think about nasal and oral resonance, and you want it to come out the forwardmost part of your face. And it takes some effort to do that. Easy to maintain once you open your mouth to start talking. So for like the next week or so, if you're going to hop on these lives with us pretty regularly, I would say for the next week, that would be the exercise for you to do, is to just, I feel the buzz in my mouth, and then, and bring it more oral. Hey, Tanya. Tanya's back. Tanya is a voiceover artist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
How's your voice doing, Tanya?
Yeah. Hi, Lavender Honey.
Hi, that's my sister.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Hi.
Hi, friends.
How's your voice, Tanya? You know what's interesting about this is that these techniques that are used to help feminize the voice, or the things that I'm doing, are very much rooted in evidence-based practice for general voice therapy. So all of what we're doing, like if you're just a voice user or consider yourself a vocal athlete, yes, you can absolutely share it. If the stuff that we're showing you, you can also do that just for the general health and wellness of your voice as well. Tanya said voice is actually good, but also I'm not teaching so much right now. Yeah, that'll do it. So Tanya is a voiceover actor, and she's also a performer and a dance teacher.
Oh, wow.
So she was going from auditions to teaching kids to dance, so you can imagine like the impact on her voice. And I know that she does. I'm just sharing her information.
Yeah.
She does work with an ENT, but voice rest will do that for you, and hydration. So if I keep coming up that sensation for me in the top lip, if I'm trying for the next week with this, will that help? I hope. Yeah. So keep working to get that buzz, that forward focused buzz, as natural as possible, and get it to be in the front of your face, in your lips, your nose, your cheeks, your soft and hard palate. Just learning to move resonance. Like you can even practice pushing it down into your belly and then back up, so that you learn to control it. Because not everybody wants to have a feminine voice all the time, right? Some people want to be able to switch. So this is also a good skill. Does that make sense? Somebody asked a question. What does that mean? Oh, can these strategies work with dysarthria? That is a good question. You're a fresh grad student. Talk to me about dysarthria. I've been out of the hospital for like 2 years almost.
Yeah. I'm not sure as far as like these specific strategies, if they would.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that.
I'd have to look into that. That's a good question. Is anybody else here? I'm going to post the question up. Anybody else? Any other SLPs that are on here? Can these strategies work with dysarthria? When I was in the hospital, there was a lot of the oral motor work going on. I don't know if that has evidence behind it. I think that there's no evidence behind oral motor exercises actually
Right.
working, but it was used a lot in the hospitals. Yeah. Components to the dysarthria. If there are voice components to the dysarthria, yes.
Yeah, that makes
Thanks,
sense.
Heather. Heather, do you work at a hospital? Doing this. And I can glean any insight on what you're talking about. Oh yeah, Tanya, for sure. Like, even if you want to just hop on with us on a Skype session sometime, I'm totally down. Especially because Selena's learning.
Yeah.
Tanya and I did an assessment at my house, and then life got in the way.
As it does.
As it does. Oh, Heather's in private practice.
Awesome.
Do you work mostly with adults? Speech motor disorder caused by muscle weakness. We were working today on voice resonance, voice strategies.
Oh, nice.
I haven't worked with a voice client that also has dysarthria. I don't think ever.
Okay.
50-50 adult and kids. How fun.
Good mix.
That's a good mix. That's the dream.
Yeah.
You're living the dream, Heather. You're living the dream. I would like to work more with some trans youth. I think that would be really fun to work with kids who want to work on maybe their voice or social pragmatics and communication. If that's something that they're interested in and they feel like would help them, I think that would be really cool. I'm actually ready to go specialize now, so I'm moving over to teletherapy. That's awesome, Heather. I'm starting with teletherapy in the hopes of opening a brick and mortar shop because I just think that would be really fun to do.
Hi, Leslie.
We have Leslie. Hi, over on YouTube. Trans teenagers, very fun population. Yeah, that's super fun.
Definitely.
How old are they? I mean, I guess if they're teenagers, 14 to 18. That's really cool. This is fun.
Yeah.
So I love you. She's starting a transgender voice clinic at my school. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow. Great.
You should connect us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting niche.
Yeah.
It's an interesting area because I feel like there's no, like, how do you research voice feminization? Like, who's doing the research in voice feminization, Moving to LA in January, I'd love to meet you. Oh my God, yeah, where are you right now, Heather? Oh, am I blurry on YouTube? Can we do live? Yeah, we totally can.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Tanya. We will do that in Austin, Texas. I've never been to Austin. I'd love to go to Austin. But yeah, when you move to LA, send me a message and let's link up. Super fun. I think we got about just a few more minutes here. So every Tuesday and Thursday we hop on. Tuesdays at 3 p.m. PST and Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST. Leslie over on YouTube is saying, how many people are watching you? Well, right now we have 2 on YouTube, 4 on Instagram, and none on Facebook. We're very popular. Okay. Bye, Tanya. Very cool. Well, thanks to everyone for joining. If you guys think of any questions, like, I love that. I'm definitely going to do a more specific voice care routine in the upcoming lives. But yeah, if you have any questions or thoughts or feedback, or you want to talk about a specific thing related to voice, we'd be happy to do that. No problem. Join us again, okay? And send an email if you want. Check in with us. We're here to help. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.